Good morning, everyone. So today I'm sharing my self-care routine. This is something that I have on my calendar, and I like to do this once a month. And my husband wakes up with our daughter. I do have a baby, so having relaxing, slow mornings like this are not often, but we have been allowing one another to have these days once a month to just relax and have a slow morning, stretch, and it just feels good on your body, on your mind, your soul. It's funny because I've learned to really enjoy the chaos, listening to Lion King first thing in the morning and playing with my daughter, but having little times like this also feels really good. And I'm taking you guys along for what I like to do on my self-care routine. Okay, so the first thing is dermaplaning. So you guys are gonna see in this video, it's not all bubble bath, face mask kind of self-care routine, but this is one thing I like to do every single month. One, it gets rid of all of the little peach fuzz, but two, it can actually help with anti-aging benefits. And then I just do my morning skincare, which is a quick eye balm and a little bit of vitamin C. One thing that I've come to realize is self-discipline is an act of self-love and can be part of your self-care routine. So I was listening to Mel Robbins in one of her TED Talks talk about forced motivation. And we're going to be talking about that in today's video. And here's the first thing that I started doing. So she basically says you have to force yourself to do the things you don't want to do because you'll never find the motivation. So today is day one. I'm swapping out my sugary creamer for cream. And the reason why I'm doing that is because sugary creamer has been bothering my stomach like 2 hours after having coffee, but I keep having it because I just love it. So today was the day. It doesn't feel good. I prefer it over cream, but I decided, nope, today's the day. We're not having it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I know I was talking in the intro and doing a voiceover, but I also wanted to take a second to just say hello, hi. I didn't change my upload schedule or anything like that. I just took off on Wednesday because we just got back from a family vacation. And that's another thing that I wanted to talk about in this self-care video and practicing good self-care habits and making the time, and that self-care isn't just bubble baths and skincare and all of that. There's so much more to it that I started adding into my routine once I became a mom, because that's when it was like magnified that I haven't been practicing good self-care habits. So yeah, we went on a family vacation, and that's another thing. If you can get away, I know not everybody can, and I feel grateful that we recently went away. But even if you could get away for a night or stay in an Airbnb or a hotel or a condo or whatever the case may be, it's just sometimes changing your environment, going to the local coffee shops or taking a walk and seeing the different houses in the area and the different landscaping and the different roads. Like, we always come back, me and my husband, we feel so recharged and rejuvenated after getting back from a vacation. We just feel so good. It's also so nice for her and building memories. And we also did a family photo shoot. So that's one self-care thing that I highly, highly recommend is if you could take a little getaway, it just feels good for your soul. Like, you just feel good. But then I wanted to make this video and talk about things that you can do at home, and this is something that I am incorporating monthly into my routine. In the past, I always thought, oh, well, for my self-care, I want to go to a spa, I want to get a massage, I want to get my nails done, get a pedicure. And that's one side of it. Like you guys saw, I was dermaplaning my face. Whenever I'm like grooming myself or like getting my color touched up with my hair, like I feel good, I feel pretty, I feel good. But also there's another side of self-care, which is getting what you want out of life and checking in with yourself and making sure that all of your needs are met. Last night I was watching a TED Talk. I was watching Mel Robbins' TED Talk, and this one's pretty old. I will leave the link down below so you guys can check it out as well. That's another thing that I would highly recommend doing in a self-care routine is taking a moment to watch a TED Talk. I used to talk about TED Talks all the time in my videos. I like to listen to them in my AirPods as well. You just feel so inspired, and I love that there's so many different kinds of speakers and on different topics. They have ones on anxiety or depression, or like this one that I was listening to by Mel Robbins is getting what you want so that you could be the happier you and really take your life into control. Like, that's totally up my alley. I love that kind of self-care and that kind of stuff. So something that she was saying in the TED Talk that I just found so powerful, I feel like she's really famous for her 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, if you want to do something like do a presentation or public speak or raise your hand in class or at a seminar or something, she says just count to 5 and then do it. Like, don't allow yourself to hit the emergency brake and pull back and say like, no, I'm too scared. Or if you want to get up and dance, like she says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay, get up and dance. Like, you're not allowed to change your mind. I know I have done that so many times. There's so many videos I want to film or put myself out there in certain ways that I'm like, oh no, I feel scared. Like, oh no, I feel scared. And even this video, like sometimes I'm like, I kind of want to film like a self-care video that's not like a bubble bath aesthetic self-care video, and it's more mental and this and that, but then I'm like, does anybody care? And I kind of go through the whole thing. But then after seeing that video last night, it kind of confirmed that this is the video I wanted to film today. So something that she said that really stuck with me from that TED Talk, like I said, I'll leave it down below, but something that I took from it right away is force motivation and force physical motivation. So basically she was saying that you want to lose weight or you want to wake up earlier, those things never feel good. Like that right time where you're like, okay, today is the morning. Like, you're in your cozy bed, it's all warm, and then your alarm goes off at 5:30. You're not like, okay, yeah, no, this feels good. Today's the right day to do it. Like, that day never comes. Same thing with your weight loss. Like, if you need to lose weight, today is the day. Like, don't wait for the day to feel good. Like, just say today is the day. Like, even if you're watching this video and you're halfway through the day and say you already ate like junk food in the morning, like, still start now. Like, use this as a sign to start now. If you can see it on the screen, I have notebooks here, and that brings me to the next tip for self-care. Is something that she was saying, and it got me like writing last night, my husband was as well, is what do you want? So use this self-care day to think like, what is it that you want? Don't think about like what's practical or what's realistic or this or that. Like, forget that. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you want? Like, go. Like, you have to just answer it. What do you want? So you would write it down, and you can use the self-care day to write down your manifestations and visualize and look at vision boards and get excited about different things. And for me, and this is something I want to do every single month. I want to check in every single month. And I actually have my husband's notebook out here. And something that I saw that he was doing last night, if you guys know my husband, he's like so organized. And he even put in the front of the page, like the index, like where he can find each thing. Like, page 2 is my goals. Page 4 is things I've achieved already. One thing that he put in here that I was like, actually, that's a really good idea. I never take the time to do that, is in the back of his notebook, he wrote down accomplishments and their dates. So he had like a closing date in there. The day he started a company is in there, and our wedding date is in there, and just like certain things. And I started adding that in my own notebook, is important dates. I think it's so easy to write down your manifestations and write down your goals, work towards them, achieve them, and then want even more. It's like you grow into that lifestyle and you want even more, when you kind of forget that maybe 3 years ago, 5 years ago, what you have now is what you wanted then. So I think a good way to kind of stay in this, you know, magnet for manifesting and this magnet for attracting more, and looking back and seeing like, these are all the ones that I've achieved, and these are the dates that I've achieved them. So maybe you would put on there like, moved into my first apartment this date, bought my first house this day. Maybe you turned your hobby into a business. Maybe you can write down the first day someone paid you for your work, for your services. Have that all in your notebook, and then go back and look at it. You don't have to look at these dates every single day or anything like that, but I think checking in and seeing like, oh wow, I accomplished this, I accomplished that. It puts you in a higher vibration. It puts you in this act of self-love, because you're like so grateful for everything that you have, and it's confirmation that you can attract more because you already did it once. Another self-care habit that I've been doing all of the time, this isn't something that I just do once a month, this is something I've been practicing almost every day, and that's I will prep dinner early in the morning or afternoon when I have the energy. That way I don't feel too tired or overwhelmed by the end of the day. So I will chop up vegetables and then I will put them in a container and cover them and put them in the fridge. And then here I'm making some shredded chicken. So I just boil it, leave that on for a couple hours, and then I shred it. So the next part of my routine is I have a snack and I come up with some video ideas. So for me, that's part of my job, and I do put this in my self-care routine because it's just kind of like, what is it that I'm passionate about filming? What is it that I want to do? And one of the things that I feel kind of passionate and compelled to talk about is how to start a YouTube career and how I began making money with YouTube and all of that. So if that's a video you guys want to see, I've never done anything like that, comment down below if that's something you'd want to see on my channel, all about my experience with YouTube and turning it from a passion to a job. Right before vacation, I did place a Thrive Market order. I wanted to bring some food, just like easy things in the car since it was a car ride kind of vacation. We didn't have to take a plane or anything. So I always get these chocolate bars. They're vegan, they're paleo, and I always get them on Thrive Market. And I have one left, so I'm going to be enjoying my snack while I'm coming up with some video ideas. I thought while I'm doing that, you guys can watch my Thrive Market haul. So I am including it in today's video, and this video is in collaboration with Thrive Market. If you end up placing an order and using my link down below, get this chocolate. I get the flavor salty, but they also have cashew butter and like peanut butter. I'll show you guys the snacks and the food that I brought to the beach right now. The day before you leave for vacation outfit, I feel like everybody does this. You get like a spray tan or you self tan. We're actually gonna be going for a spray tan in like 10 minutes. So I'm just wearing like cozy clothes. I knew we were going to be leaving and it is a road trip. So we're able to just bring things, pack up the car and go. And we are staying in a condo. So I have access to a kitchen and all of that, refrigerator, everything. So I do like to bring some stuff with me. I placed a Thrive Market order right before we left so that we would have some yummy and healthy things while we're there. So I always do Thrive Market hauls on my channel, usually like once a month. And Thrive Market is an online retail store where you can find all sorts of things from healthy snacks to organic wine to food to baby products, household products, you name it, it's on Thrive. It's just like my one-stop shop. They have cool membership programs, which we'll talk about later in the video, but just how you can become a member and buy things below retail value. So you actually save money on a lot of your favorite brands and foods when you shop on Thrive Market. Yeah, we'll talk more about the membership in a second, but I wanted to show you what I got for the beach. So the first is another repeat buy. I actually showed this in my last haul and we just went through it. We had it as a snack. I also like to make these healthy cookies and I put chunks of chocolate in them, so I have it for that as well. But I'm gonna probably bring like 2 or 3. It came with 6 bars on their website, but this is HU. I don't know if it's pronounced Hue or HU chocolate, but it is one of the healthiest chocolate brands and you can find it on Thrive Market. What makes it healthy is it's organic. It's 70% cacao. So if you are buying chocolate and you want to get the health benefits of cacao, you want to make sure it actually contains cacao and they didn't just extract it all out. This is vegan, it's paleo. The next thing I got, I always get stuff like this on Thrive Market, is a nut milk. So this one is macadamia milk, unsweetened vanilla. And what I love is like macadamia milk makes everything nice and thick and creamy. So when I make my matcha latte, I like to use milks like this. And I'm also going to share my matcha latte recipe in this video. Thrive Market has a ton of different matchas on their website. So if you are looking to get a matcha powder or sweetener or a creamy milk, then you can get it all there and then get the recipe in this video. When we're at the beach, I don't know about you guys, but we love, like my whole family, we love chips, we love crackers, we love all that kind of stuff. So I've been loving these almond flour crackers in the flavor fine ground sea salt. They're by the brand Simple Mills. There's only a couple ingredients, so I really like that. And I just like that they're made with almond flour. And then the last couple things I got are for a spaghetti recipe. So some nights we're just tired of going out to eat when we're at the beach and on vacation. So if you guys are doing the same thing, like maybe getting an Airbnb or a condo and you have access to a kitchen, it's so nice when you're on vacation to to take like a little break from eating out. So I got the Thrive Organic Spaghetti gluten-free brown rice pasta made with 100% whole grain. And I also got artichokes to go in there. I love like a pasta with like dried tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, artichokes, and olives. So I also got their can of olives. And since my daughter does eat dinner with us and she eats what we eat, I try to always make sure we have something healthy and nutritious for dinner and just have different things. So if my mom's making the protein when we're there, making the chicken, then at least this is like a nice healthy pasta that she can have as well. Yeah, that's what was in my Thrive Market box. And just going back to those different membership programs that I was talking about before, I have a 1-month membership if you just want to try it out, and that comes to $9.95 a month. And then they have the 1-year membership, which is what I use, and that only comes to $5 a month. And when you choose that membership, you're gonna get 25% off your first order plus a free gift. So yeah, I will have everything linked down below so that you can go on Thrive, shop, get a box for vacation, get a box for your house. Okay, so here's my super simple matcha latte recipe. This is great for a self-care routine because matcha is definitely more effort than making coffee. However, there's more health benefits to matcha. There's antioxidants in matcha, and I'm kind of enjoying the process of making it. So I just followed the instructions on the back. Mine is a teaspoon and I mix it with hot water. And then here's the macadamia milk from Thrive Market. So what I like to do is I heat it up and then I add collagen just to give it some more nutritional value. For some sweetness, I do add maple syrup. You can also add honey, and then I froth it. For me, I have to sweeten matcha. I cannot have it unsweetened. And then I just pour the matcha back into the pot and then froth again, and that's it. Super simple.
We'll be here for summer, then we're gone. We'll be here for sunrise, then